Musicians are people too. Musicians are people too. Musicians are people too. We are people too.
Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome to the very first pilot episode of the Musicians of People 2 podcast. I can't speak English. Today I have with me... Does everyone want to introduce themselves?
No.
Who's
Are we doing that thing? Are we doing the independent radio interview thing?
Go round in a circle and everyone introduce yourself and say one thing about
Say what you
yourself.
play in the band.
See, this is why you should have sat
your name and what you do in the band.
If you say go around in a circle,
We're not sitting in a circle. We're in a
doesn't really
line.
work.
We're in a really weird queue.
They didn't know that.
Don't ruin the magic.
I'm sorry, I'll be
we're on
quiet.
top of a skyscraper somewhere with cigars and whiskey.
Those two listeners have
I prefer
no
that.
idea.
Let's say
That's
that.
too Oh, the awkward moment where the viewer's opinion of us is better than our actual lives.
Yeah. That's
sad.
the art of show business.
Oh.
All right, let's introduce.
Let's make everyone else think we're happy.
Everyone introduce yourself.
I'm Mikey from As Sirens Fall.
I'm Ed from Stoic.
I'm Richard from The Unplanned, 10-second shotgun, more recently as Sirens Fall, but most importantly, and the reason I'm here today, the protagonist of State of Error.
The protagonist.
Yes, you play as me.
You pretentious fuckwit.
And I'm Nathan. I'm from a band called Rothchild.
Who's Child?
If you listen to this, you probably know who I am.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Tell them who you are anyway.
I am Dan Accident from Accident Happy.
Dan Accident.
You fucking knob.
It's an accident.
I feel like 90% of this podcast is just going to be you all calling me names.
Yep.
And I'm very excited.
Let's hope
Almost
so.
certainly. That's what you get for being a host.
Ah, damn it. Anyway, this is a podcast by musicians for literally anyone who feels like listening. Today's episode, I thought I'd call Gigs the Magic Mushrooms for Musicians, where we talk about live gigs and all aspects of it. So, you've been to Download recently. I feel like that's a good starting point because that was very recent.
Tongue to me.
Yeah, well,
A good
no one
starting
else here
point.
went to Download.
Oh, did no one else go?
No.
I didn't
Oh,
go.
no.
I have no money.
They're all
Okay.
musicians now.
Is it a good starting point?
And none
Because
of us
it's one
played.
of the places where gigs and magic mushrooms coexist.
Yeah, that is true.
There's like
Or
synergy
just
there.
14-year-olds on MD, which I'm a fan of.
It's
At the
already
same
got
time,
to
It
or-
begins. Oh, God, no.
Yeah, so what do you want me to talk about down? Do you want me to talk about some standouts, some lowlights, some highlights?
Is Lowlights a thing?
Yeah,
I've never
I
heard
reckon
of
Let's
it.
let's hear your download experience.
Well,
Take us through it, minute by minute.
Download,
Give us a summary.
download
Second by
is
second.
one of the most important things in the UK music scene, I reckon.
Yeah.
They have a
Apart from me.
they're very and Rothchild. They have a very hard time promoting new bands, which very much annoys me. And I think this year was a example of them failing to promote newer bands. The
Wow,
main
God.
stage on the Saturday speaks for itself, which was a fucking disaster.
I don't
What
actually
was
know
on
who
it?
played. Who played?
Jesus,
Guns N' Roses
Jesus
headline
played.
Saturday.
you should be.
No, he's sat here.
How did they get that booking?
I'm sat here. I went to download.
Did you hear about Jesus' rider? Oh my God!
So much wine.
I heard he had a couple
I
of
just
loaves.
wanted water.
I heard he had a couple of loaves of bread, and then they went in the room after. It was like 5,000 of them.
I only asked for 2.
Let me get my notes out. My download notes.
Oh,
A.
His mum's tried to call him.
My mum is literally on the phone as well.
not now, Mum.
All right,
I invited her.
she couldn't come.
Oh, I beg to differ.
My dad. I was about to make a dad sex joke, but you
I
got.
Jumped the
saved
gun.
you from that one.
Jumped
Don't
the
worry
gun.
about
Early
it.
detonation.
So yeah, but there was some great stuff on there. Was some great bands. I'll talk about the Friday experience
Okay.
first. I'll go through some bands. So I went to see Avatar, who are rubbish. But has anyone listened to Avatar?
Their
No,
film,
no.
I
Is that
wasn't
the one with
impressed
James
with their
Cameron?
film either.
Yeah, but they just played 2.5 hours of the movie Avatar, which I thought was weird. Just on the main stage. No, they're
At least in 3D.
They are a rubbish band, but they were fun live. They had a man rise up from the stage in a throne.
Is that Jesus?
It were crap. And then Nothing More. Any Nothing More fans?
I like nothing
I
more.
like nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing More, yeah.
I've not heard any. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm stuck in 2006, so I've not heard any of these bands.
Yeah.
A
No,
lot
I
of these
should
bands are
refuse
also
this.
stuck in 2006. I think that's quite a big part of the appeal.
Nothing More were great. They're really good. They played a slow song in the middle, which
Right.
is always a bad choice. And then at the end, they covered that Skrillex song, one that's like,
Yeah.
call 911
I've seen a
now."
video of them do that.
Scary
It
Monsters.
was-
that one.
It
Is that what it's
was
called?
the
Something like that.
weirdest thing I've ever seen. They were good. Straight from the Path, always brilliant. Any Straight from the Path?
I've never heard Straight for the Path in my life.
Heard of, never listened.
Oh, but they've been pretty much brilliant for like years, and no one's
Awesome.
ever taken
Describe them in
notice.
3 words.
Stray, Frompt, Path.
All right, it's more than 3 words, but I'm going to say modern Rage Against the Machine. Which
If
I
you put a
think
hyphen in Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine, I'll let you
Rage
get away
Against the
with it.
Machine. And then the second best band of the weekend, Marmozets.
Oh
were
yeah, I love those guys.
I
fucking
do love them, yeah.
brilliant. The sound was absolutely terrible for them, which was upsetting, but it was great to see Marmozets on the main stage, just fucking
They played
smashing
Leeds
it.
Fest last year, didn't they?
Yeah, probably.
No, it was a couple of years ago. They did the main stage at Release
Yeah.
Reading.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought they did.
Oh yeah, I was there for that as well. But they were great. Yeah, Becca is probably the best frontman at the minute.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know about-
She just sounded amazing, and then I met them afterwards, which was nice.
They're lovely.
Very nice
Did
people.
you use your Rothchild in?
They,
the
I used
backstage?
my Roth's charm.
As an accolade for how long State of Error have been not famous, the Marmozets supported us.
The Marmozets.
Well, they were called the Marmozets.
Just
back
like
then,
the
I think.
Facebook, it got dropped.
They supported us at
Justin
a pub
Timberlake
in
came in
King's
another
Cross
word.
in Halifax when they were all about 14 years old. So there you go.
Does that make you feel really old and bitter?
Yes,
So,
I get that.
I am very happy for how they're doing. I think they're doing.
I'm
really
stoked for
yeah,
them.
they're
Have
great.
you seen
And,
his face when he said that? Yeah, I'm very happy. Never seen someone look so
I can see
internally
his
angry.
skin crawling
Yeah.
from here. I've never
on
seen
the floor
someone's
over
skin
there.
crawl before.
Alright, Chester. It still hurts.
The pain is real.
I'm going to skip a few bands, but then I saw Yumi at 6. Oh, they are the worst fucking band.
Do you know
Oh,
what?
no.
I really
Ever.
liked them, and then
I
I
love
saw
Yumi
them
at
live
6.
in like Middlesbrough, and they looked like they didn't want to be there. It was absolute shit.
That's
They're-
because they're past it.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I don't
god.
care anymore.
They are
I
gone.
don't know.
the worst fucking band. They open with that newer song, Room to Breathe, which
That's
is
not new.
probably
anymore.
newer.
That's not newer. That's
Well, it's
5
new.
years
It's
ago.
newer than Loverboy or
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it's like Night People and stuff is the newer stuff.
Yeah, but that song is probably the most boring song ever written, I'm going to say. Boring rock song. They open with that, and they tried to look all serious. And I was like, you're not fucking Tool, mate. You're fucking Yumi at 6. And then they were fucking shit. I hate them. They're
Oh,
crap.
that's sad.
I feel like
Anyway,
you did
I like
enjoy
those
them.
guys a
I
lot.
don't know, I get the vibe that you may
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it wasn't that great an experience
No,
for him.
I feel like he might have.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, they were shit, yeah. Just to confirm. And then
Nathan
eventually...
says things and then zones out and just lets the rest of the world happen around him.
Yeah. Tesseract were great, and Avenged Sevenfold were fine.
Just
Fine.
fine.
They were
6 out of 10.
completely fine. They played that song that I like about necrophilia.
Oh,
That's a good song.
oh
yeah.
it's-
Little piece of heaven, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They played
I
that,
do not like that song.
and they were
Do you
they
not?
were okay.
Everything
what's
that they've
wrong with that
released
song?
since the Rev died has been lackluster, I think.
I thought the Nightmare record was good
Nightmare.
yeah, but
was well
the
good.
Rev wrote that.
Did he?
Yeah.
because that came out just after he died.
It
That
did,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's think about it for a second.
Release it,
Or he
mate.
wrote most of it anyway. I think there was a couple of songs that
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Portnoy
I'm
was
intrigued.
involved
Why
in.
don't you like Little Piece of Heaven?
Just something about it
It's a proper
Too long.
epic
rubs me
tune.
up the wrong way.
Is it
I don't
too
know why,
long?
because I normally like
Do
ridiculous
you
stuff
relate
like
to
that.
it too?
He's not a fan of rape.
Yeah.
That's-
No. Oh, I'm not a fan of
Is
rape.
it rape
no.
if they're dead?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they can't
I
consent.
mean, you can't
yeah.
consent if you're drunk. You definitely can't consent if you're dead. That's one.
Yeah, but
Imagine,
you're
imagine
dead,
using
you
a
sort of
Ouija
don't
board to
care.
contact someone to just be like, "Do you consent?"
just get on the phone to a medium.
This has gone off the rails.
Yeah, it really did
Nah.
not take us long to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We were talking before this episode, like we should probably try and avoid this, but yeah, with the topics, how would we ever get on it? We've managed to get on it, guys.
Straight
well
away.
done. Well done.
Yeah, we've gone from a download review to necrophilia.
If you put 5 musicians in a room, you can guarantee that necrophilia is going to be on the topic
Yeah, it's
agenda.
like Zulu
Like,
Dawn.
it's-
2 man in, 1 man out.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's always going to happen.
Some shit will go down.
Worrying concept right there.
Musicians are people and necrophiliacs
2.
too.
The sequel, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that's the second episode.
Overall, then, was Download a fairly.
Hey, one sec, I'm going to make you very jealous. So,
Oh no!
you never guess who was announced on the Thursday?
who was announced on
The
Thursday?
Fever 333.
Oh, they're a wicked band.
Ah, yeah, I saw
love
some
that band.
videos.
Check my phone, and they've been announced for download on the Saturday. And we went to see them. I don't love the EP that they've released.
I do. I think it's brilliant.
It's good. It's not amazing. It's not Let Live. Nothing
No,
will
it's-
Nothing ever will be. That's
Nothing
like
ever
oh, it's not MCI. There's very few things that ever will be these things again.
But they were fucking brilliant. They were the best band of the weekend
That's wicked.
by a fucking mile.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were absolutely incredible. It's amazing to see Jason on stage, and he's still absolutely amazing.
Well, I was going to say, like, literally, the thing with Jason is he could be in any band ever.
Yeah.
He makes the band. It was
He's
never-
one of the best frontmen I've ever
Oh,
He's
seen.
the
God,
best
yeah,
frontman
he's
in rock.
so
He's
talented, for
impeccable.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
And I want to give a shout out to a band called Sleep Token. I don't know if anyone's listened to them, but it's really weird, like atmospheric band, pretty emotional, and then they just got these massive doomy 7-string riffs that were really fucking good.
Nice.
But I saw them and they were great, but then I just saw them just before the Fever, so then it was just like the Fever were just like
They took over everything.
Yeah, so good. And then Guns N' Roses played for 3.5 hours.
Didn't Axl Rose leave on a helicopter?
Probably.
I heard something about that.
What in a medical helicopter? Probably passed out. I'm gonna have to air this Axl Rose. He's had a heart attack. He ate too much cheesecake before the show. We need to get him out.
He fired too many people. He got too angry.
Here's a question.
They were on stage early.
Yeah, I heard they came on early.
What?
Yeah.
Here's a
Well, they
question.
didn't want to miss bingo.
If they replaced Axl Rose with Keith Lemon mid-set, would anyone notice?
I don't think I would have.
No.
I'd watch that through the keyhole with Axl Rose.
Yeah.
I'd actually watch it.
Yeah, but the minute you say keys to Axl Rose, he thinks of a very different thing.
But Guns N' Roses, there was elements of greatness in there,
Mm.
but it was too long, and it was.
It was a
way
bit
too
like they all had
many
dementia.
songs.
Sometimes they get, they're like, and then
They
forget it all
sounded
again.
good, but Slash played so many guitar solos. Oh
Yeah.
my god! And yeah, like I saw one song of Ozzy Osbourne the next day, and it was shit. I've got a lot. I saw a lot more bands, but we all know they're good. It's fine.
When you're in direct comparison to last year's headliners, who were Aerosmith, you're never going to do well against that. Like,
No. I
they're
missed most of
fucking
Aerosmith.
amazing.
Yeah, I want to ask a question actually now, because I find Download Festival very important. In terms of pushing music and things like that. I think
Yeah.
they've done quite a bad job, of trying to push new rock music. In some regards, they've done better jobs, but I want to ask you, everyone, who do we think the headliners will be next year?
I think Bring Me the Horizon are in with a real chance.
Accident Happy, I reckon. Got this new album and everything.
I think Bring Me the Horizon probably almost certainly.
I think they'll either headline Reading and Leeds or Download. Like
It'll probably be Reading and Leeds because they've got that sort of that in
I
the
dunno,
more
I-
popular scene now.
I think Reading and Leeds at this point is moving much more towards. Remember how that used to be that thing? I don't know if anyone else got this, but sort of when in the music cliques that I was in as a teenager, it was divided between the kids that read Kerrang and the kids that read NME.
Yeah.
And Reading and Leeds has moved much more towards that NME side of things, and Download has sort of taken all of the rock bands that Reading and Leeds used to have,
Yeah.
and it's become less doom metal, and it's much more of an accessible sort of just middle of the road rock festival
Yeah.
with a metal tinge to it.
Well, it's got a lot
I
of
can
rappers
really
as well.
see. I can see Bring Me the Horizon headline. I can see Paramore headlining as well.
I think Paramore Paramore's new record was absolutely fantastic. I've never been overly into Paramore. I've always enjoyed their music, but I've never consciously followed them. But this new record, I loved it.
I'm exactly the same as you.
It was absolutely
I thought
fantastic.
It's a great
I think
record.
it's
It's
so
very well
the
written.
juxtaposition
It is.
about how it's all about sadness and stuff, and how it sounds so uplifting and stuff. I think it's just a really well crafted album.
What was the song that they did the video? Was it Fake Happy? The
Fake
song
Happy,
where,
yeah.
where the video was like a newscaster.
Yeah,
That was
Fake
an
Happy.
awesome music video.
Yeah, it
I
was.
loved that.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I mean, I'm gonna go probably Bring Me Tool
I can see Tool.
and maybe like Kiss or something like that.
No, they've already had.
What, you
I
a
think they're
caveman?
done.
Bring me
They
Tool.
did Download a couple of years ago, and they said it was their last UK show.
No, I know, but they're going on tour next year, aren't they?
Standard.
They've already
Yeah,
said
How
Alice
many
Cooper thing.
bands?
He's been on his
Mikey,
goodbye
come on.
tour since 1991.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how naive are you that you think when a band goes, "This is our last show," it's actually their last show.
Because
The
I want
minute
to
they
enjoy
go-
the moment. I wanna feel it.
The minute they're
said
in
that last year,
Morrison's.
and then
Yeah.
we're back on it. So
The minute they're in Morrison's and scan their card and it goes decline, they go, "Oh fuck, I got to do another world tour."
who's a band that you'd like the smaller band? Everyone who you'd want to see. And you can't see your own band. Who you'd want to see climb like the echelons to
Oh,
that. Because I'm with you on Bring Me, but I think you'd have to have a day that suits that. So you've got, let's say you got like Bring Me. I don't know who would be subbing, but then you've got
Someone
like
like
Architects,
Architects, yeah.
While She Sleeps. Those like sort of like mad
the
bands.
thing is about Bring Me in the direction that they've gone in. It doesn't need to be metalcore. It can be sort of at this point anything.
No, I know. Just
Yeah,
get like
the-
great heavy new bands.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Heavy.
I mean, I could see Creeper
Rock bands.
really
Yeah.
climbing.
Yeah.
Creeper.
I could see them doing really well. I could see
I
Martin
met-
Six
Good
doing
shout.
really
No,
well.
I met
Martin's,
them
yeah.
at Slam Dunk, and honestly, the nicest people.
Creeper?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
because I
lovely.
was working Slam Dunk, so I was in the VIP bar drinking
Yeah,
away
yeah.
my sorrows, and I bumped into Creeper and Sleeping with Sirens. Callum Quinn still has the most annoying voice of anyone I've ever met.
He does.
No, honestly, I don't get how he sounds like Mickey Mouse. It's crazy. I
Yeah,
thought he
but
just
dude,
sang like that.
You're
and I
not
met him, he was
envious
like,
of
hey,
that
guys,
voice.
yeah, you like
You're
the
not
sound?
envious of how high that guy can sing. He's
I'm
got
not
an amazing
envious.
voice.
He does not.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm with you on Mama.
that's
That's
work. Right,
I
I think
think.
pause the podcast a sec.
Yeah.
Unpause.
Carry on, Nathan.
Dumbroko, another band that I never liked. But
Really?
that new album is so good.
See, I was
I
the
love it.
exact same. I didn't
So-
like him in the beginning. I thought they were a bit annoying. And then I've actually started listening to them, and I think they're actually.
I really
good.
dig their old stuff. Like the
Yeah.
first EP and the first album are really good. I reckon.
Thug
Yeah.
Workout's a banger.
You what?
It
Thug
does-
Workout's a tune.
Thug Workout
They
is
He
just-
just.
does
great.
sound a little bit like he's having a stroke as he sings. Like, ooh.
It does.
I mean,
yeah, go on.
I think the good thing, especially with like their new singles, all the videos they just don't take themselves seriously at all.
Oh,
But
yeah.
They are the
They
best at music videos.
Yeah, I
They
was
still
gonna say, when it
manage
comes to
to-
music videos, I don't think a band does it better.
They dropped a
Yeah.
new one just the other day.
Greatness,
didn't they?
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Greatness.
I'm so glad
Oh
they
my
did that
God.
because Greatness is the best song on
It's
the
a
album.
really
in
good
my
song,
opinion.
yeah. I'm
Funnily
surprised
enough-
it wasn't a single, if I'm honest.
Funnily enough, Dumbroko are another band that we played with a
there we
long
go.
time ago. And,
We've got the resident veteran.
we did it, yeah.
This is going to be Richard looking back through all his old memories.
is, yeah.
Richard's like that old guy in the corner that, like, if you mention the war, he just perks up. He's like, "What? Yeah, I was in that.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
Back in Nam.
Man.
I think I saw Dumbroko at like Cockpit 2,
Yeah.
and they were supporting someone. I can't remember
Moment of
who.
silence for the cockpit.
Yeah, man. And now they're on a fucking arena tour. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
believe they've
mental.
announced that arena tour. It's
I saw him in
mental.
Manchester the other week, actually, I think, and I just went on the balcony and watched them because they were just fun to watch. I couldn't be asked to get into the pits, but I just watched them from afar, and they were really, really good
Just
live.
tight as shit.
Like,
man.
they
Yeah,
were.
they
They,
are.
they were it was one of those bands where you listen to it and you go, they could just be playing to their album right now. They could just have not their instruments
Yeah,
plugged
yeah.
in and playing the album. They're that tight with it. It was
They balance it
amazing.
because there's so many examples of bands where the songs are great, but they let themselves down with their musicianship
Yeah,
and they can't play.
bowling for soup.
Or it's the other way around, where their musicianship is shit hot, but the songs suck because they're too good at their instruments.
Tool.
Yeah.
Whereas Dumbroko have just
Dream
managed to
Theater.
sort of strike that balance, and they're great.
That was a joke,
I
by the
think
way.
they're really good.
Yeah.
They're also
I love Tool.
they're also just fun. They're a band that don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
They it's just refreshing to. It's been a while since we had a band that isn't, as you were saying with You Me at 6, they're starting to take themselves too seriously. They've got this whole theatrics and it's all very like,
I like that though.
I know you do and it
No.
works for the sort of thing you do, but like if Accident Happy ever did that, it just wouldn't work. It'd just
No,
be
you
weird.
shouldn't set limitations on yourself.
But there's
I
a
don't
way-
want to be like
You
that,
Me at
though.
6.
I like turning up and
Take
going,
Off
should
Your
we do
Colours.
Taylor Swift?
You Me at 6 wrote Take Off Your Colours, that pop punk record, when they were 17 years old.
And it's
They do
amazing
not
and it's
wanna
the
still
best
be
thing
that
they've
band.
ever done.
They don't. Yeah, but can you imagine if you were held to a standard of what you were doing at 17?
Yeah, I'm fine
gotta be
with the.
hard.
Mikey, do
I
you
was
remember
shit hot at 17. I've got gradually worse.
Do you remember falling for anything? I haven't changed.
That's true. You just got
I'm
taller.
fine with them doing
Barely did
theatrics and
that,
things
if I'm
like that.
Sorry?
I'm fine with them, going theatrical and changing their sound. Just do it well. I just think it's rubbish.
If he's gonna make a big
At least make it fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, like Bring Me the Horizon are a band that have changed loads, and I don't love That's the Spirit, but at least there's some great tunes on there.
Yeah.
And Sempiternal's the
Wicked
best
record.
song they've ever written, and that's
Yeah.
completely different to Pray for Plagues.
Yeah.
So we're talking about new records and stuff and how people are changing. So I think this is a good time for people to maybe talk about what they're excited that they're doing currently, because I know that we've all got sort of things going on. Does anybody want to chirp up with what they're up to at the moment?
Well, Richard's in the studio at the minute.
I am,
Richard
yeah.
is in the studio.
I was in we're self-producing a record, 12-track album. I spent all
State
the
of Air, by the way,
This
not
is State-
Sirens'
this is-
fault.
yeah, this is State of Air, not Sirens' fault. I was in recording guitars all day yesterday. It's coming along really well. Yeah. I'm looking forward to putting it out.
How is it differing from any of your previous records, or is it sort
Well, I mean, it's been a long time.
yeah, we know how
Nathan's
old you
putting
are.
me
You
up.
keep bringing it up.
It's been a long time since we put a record out. Our last one was the Forever Waiting EP, which was in
And
2011.
now we're forever waiting for a new.
Yeah.
We have been. It's
Yeah,
been
we're
6 years.
Yeah,
Has it been six fucking
7 years,
7
nearly.
years. 7
What are you
years since
doing?
our last record. We went
Better
on
be
a
fucking good.
we
after
went
that.
on a 3-year break and did 10-second Shotgun, and then came back and spent 2 years writing and recording another album.
I'm convinced that my old band played with 10-second Shotgun.
Probably
That
yeah.
name rings
9
too
Volt
much
Heart?
of a bell. Yeah.
Ed.
Ooh,
You were in
Any-
that band.
I was in a band.
Do you remember
You were in 9 Volt Heart,
10-second
yeah, yeah.
Shotgun?
You sounded almost confused. Like, you were in 9 Volt Heart. Shit, is that?
I was being
Ed,
confirming.
is that you?
Were we in a
Ed from
band?
Stoic.
It's actually more of a return to our older style from the Mirror Theory EP, because
Well, I thought that EP was to use a modern term, a banging.
which one?
The Mirror Theory.
Do you
Thank
want
you.
some mash to go with those bangers?
Oh, always.
I need to listen to this. I haven't listened to.
I don't think you'll like it.
I haven't listened to any of these bands.
I don't think you'll
I've
like
listened
it.
to your
Accident
band.
Happy,
That's good.
I've listened to Accident
Nathan,
He's
Happy.
one of my good friends. If you
You'll-
haven't, I'll be
you'll
very
hate us.
upset.
Why will I hear you?
He likes Accent Happy. Oh, I think he does.
No, I fucking don't.
Oh,
no.
Therefore, he will hate us.
No. I think Dan really elevates Accent Happy in a way.
Well, I am the
He's-
singer, so it's kind of my job to do.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna
your
guess the rest of
energy-
his band are going to listen to this as well.
Yeah,
So
your
They know
energy-
that they know they're insignificant.
No, but your energy. Your
I know
energy.
them some
leads-
guys.
Matty was selling his records on Twitter, and he literally labelled himself as the third best member of Accent Happy. For anyone who doesn't know us, there's 3 members, so that they understand. They get the hierarchy.
That's good. It's lucky that your band already know who's important
Yeah.
and that they're
Well,
already
the
in their
whips
place.
help, if I'm honest.
Sorry?
The whips help.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, fam.
Yeah.
We've actually just lost our practice room. We have nowhere to
no.
practice.
Oh no.
Why was
we
it
put in
gone?
a bid, and then it flooded, and they went, we're not selling.
flew
it."
off.
Oh shit.
Couldn't be asked listening to the music anyway. It fucked
So now
up.
we just
Fucked
now we
up
just do it in the
shit.
street.
Oh, God.
Just berate people with portable speakers. Can I connect to your Bluetooth?
But yeah, I think this album that we're working on, it returns more to the pop punky style that we had in the first EP, but it's a lot more grown up as well.
Well, you are fucking old. So
Yeah.
I mean, you keep talking about how old
Yeah,
you
you
are.
Just bought a Mini
50,
Cooper.
55.
Yeah, you just bought a Mini Cooper, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you keep scaring
John,
me with
John
it.
Cooper works.
He keeps
Get it
driving
right.
over large stretches of roads and accelerating to like 90 to scare the shit out of me. It's great.
No, I don't. I drive legally.
I can't.
I accelerate very quickly to 30 miles an hour.
I accelerate legally.
The speed of my speed is too much.
So
All right, who's
what are you
who
doing,
else?
Nathan?
What do
'Cause
I
I know
talk
that
about?
you've released that single, which if you haven't heard already, Bear Trap by Rothchild is an absolute banger. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
The
man.
harmonies and stuff are crazy.
My
Yeah, it's a good song.
my friend was playing it last night to me. It was really weird.
Had you not
It was
heard
a
it
weird
before?
experience. No. I was like, what's this?
Who's this new band I haven't heard of before?
Did I sing on this?
It's pretty good, this, isn't it? I'm in a band called Rothchild, and we are a new band. We've recorded our first EP called The Broken Man, and which is probably the most, when you say it out loud, that's probably the most emo title.
It's
in the
nice that
world.
you named it after me.
Hey.
Every man in this room, to be honest.
None of us are okay.
Empathy.
This podcast isn't the excuse just for us to come talk to people.
Yeah, we can't afford therapy, so.
Yeah, we just do.
Dan, I thought you were the angry little man, not the broken man.
I can be angry and broken.
I can change the title.
It's a working title.
Which do you prefer, Dan?
little man.
It's your opus.
So
my
it's
gravestone.
I was in a band before called Euthymia, if no one remembers that, probably not. And we split up, and it's sort of very different to that. We just kind of wanted to challenge ourselves and put in loads of dissonance and
Some of the
awful
riffs and
times.
stuff are crazy. Like the musicianship in what I've heard from this, because obviously I've heard a bit more than say the public would, because I go around your house. Is
Not when
You
you're
are
there.
asleep.
I just go around and listen to
No,
demos.
I go in, log onto your laptop.
I just want to
and
say
listen
he
to
has
shit.
done that before. I've turned up and you've been at my house.
I come in your house, I listen to your music, and I don't get any thanks for my compliments. I'm calling the fucking police. Dan, get out. So
But
rude.
no, like the musicianship
wanted to
in your EP
compliment.
is absolutely crazy. Like I don't
Thank
get
you.
it. I can barely play bar chords and sing, and then you're playing these mental riffs and doing these harmonies. Like, it's crazy.
That's a good.
my
That's
impression
one of
a
the
harmony.
harmonies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I nailed it.
There's an exact replica.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so we just wanted to, put in loads of time signatures. We were listening to a lot more Dillinger Escape Plan and crazy shit. So we just wanted to do that, and that should be releasing soon. And also, we have our first ever gig. It's a headline slot.
When is it? Where is
Dan
it?
Dunn's band.
Yeah, Accent Happy
Accent
supporting.
Happy are supporting. It's at Key Club on the 30th of June.
Fuck yeah.
That should be very fun. Tickets are available. And
Where can people get tickets?
From me, buy
somewhere.
them from me. I need to sell more tickets.
From
Message
me.
me personally for tickets, please. The promoter's gonna hate us. I've sold 2.
Can you get them online? And people don't have to meet
This
Dan
is good
Dunn.
for me.
Most people already have, if I'm honest. I kind of just turn up places.
It's fine. First gigs are always busy.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited. I'm really nervous because playing and singing these songs is
Don't
just,
be. It's only
you'll
the
be
most
right.
important gig you've played in years.
Fuck you. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Should be
Excited.
very fun. I'm hoping to, integrate with you guys more musically and
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
hope for the best. And Dan Dunn has a guest vocal
Yeah,
track on
I'm-
one of
I'm-
the songs that
I'm
has been
You
released.
mentioned that earlier, actually. I'm really excited to hear it.
Angrily
Yeah,
on
should
one
be
of the
fun.
tracks.
Should
Angry.
be fun. And that's
Wasn't
what
asked to.
I'm doing. Do check it out. It's Rothchild Bear Trap on YouTube.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Ed,
Ed, what are you up to?
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, speaking of weird time signatures,
oh, Ed is the king.
yeah.
I feel like he just doesn't know how to count. And just
This
goes
is an
with it.
old song. It was written in 1714.
This is why-
weird time signature.
This is why I have not found a way to gig my stuff yet, because I write like an arsehole if anybody else tried to play it.
How do assholes write?
Give me a high five.
Very difficult.
You just stick the pen in
Crisp
and...
high
That's what
five.
everyone says to me. Like, why'd you write like
for the
an
listeners,
arsehole?
as there isn't any video, they just high-fived and it was crisp.
Certainly very
Crisp.
It's like a
I like you
bloody-
describing the sound of the high five.
Crisp.
Crisp.
Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, I'm Stoic. It's
Are you?
like,
Are you?
yeah, I am. It's just me. I
I
couldn't
didn't
find.
think you were very like, emotional.
Yeah, I couldn't find anybody to do it with me, so I was just like,
I'll do it with
I
you.
have that problem.
Mate, just get just get Tinder.
just get to-
Just get Tinder. It's easy.
yeah, so I did an EP last summer, and I've almost finished a new one.
The
7-track
video was
EP.
There's
Yeah.
a video
That's
out
cool.
for one of them, isn't there?
I have listened to this.
Have you?
Stoic Scimitar. Go check it out.
I've listened to Stoic. I can't remember it. I think Dan just put it on in the background.
Were you up
one
at Cow and
point.
Calf Rock?
So I need
Yeah,
to.
very much.
I'll check that out. That sounds good.
Yeah, it was
Well-
sunny when you did it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a video up there in the blizzard and hail.
Yeah,
and I'm
I-
still
that's
ill.
more your
I
scene.
picked a
2 years
nicer
ago.
day.
That's more your scene, isn't it?
What, blizzard and hail and
Yeah,
pain?
just rain and just...
Yeah, self-pity.
yeah,
that's my
exactly.
scene.
Yeah.
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 That's all shit. Look at Ed. He's still got his youthful
I'm a
happiness.
beat-
and
Got his innocence
optimism.
and hope.
A beam of
That'll
sunshine
soon
in the
be
room.
beaten out of you.
Yeah, that's why he's here. It's to stop us all from just deciding that there should be a suicide pact, basically.
You mentioned Panic at the Disco. You had the Panic at the Disco problem earlier. You kind of look like Brendan Urie. I don't know.
That's
do,
a
you-
fucking compliment, mate.
I mean, I'll take that.
You've got
Yeah,
them.
Brendan Urie with an afro.
Yeah, he's a handsome
curly
man.
Brendan
I used to
Urie.
refer to you as...
I like that.
as-
Curly Yuri.
Curly Urie. That is going in the Twitter bio.
I used to refer to you as like an SM58 just because of the like the...
Yeah.
It does look like
No,
a microphone.
Somebody, a drunk middle-aged woman sang into my hair while I was entering a pub.
Yeah, my mum still wants to apologise to that.
Yeah,
My mum is weird.
yeah. He's quite a handsome man. And so
Yeah,
I'll take-
I want to
I'll
have
take
sex
that.
with you right now.
I mean, there's
That went quiet.
It's all kicking off.
Because like last time I remember you doing anything creative before Stoic was when me and you attempted an acoustic project,
we did.
which lasted.
Oh, what was that? What was that called? New Cow Smell.
No,
That was something else.
That was my ex, and
That was your ex. Sorry,
and yeah.
I've touched
Cheers
a
for
nerve.
bringing that up. Dickhead.
Yeah, well, you say we had a acoustic thing. It was one practice,
And I
a
turned
a
up.
hungover practice.
Hungover. I had like a triple vodka and coke. I was not hungover.
No,
Hair of the dog.
Doesn't count up as a practice until there's a gig booked. At that point, you're just in a room together making noise.
just making
If
noise.
there's a gig booked, then you're practicing for something. But if there's no gig, then you. I
And
know
that is-
this.
That is as Sirens fall for you. That's how they feel about other musicians. How do you feel, bands out there that don't have gigs? Mikey doesn't consider you to be practicing.
Oh shit!
You know the
Me
new
either.
Stoic stuff. Is that
Does
going to have
Richard
like
agree?
more regular
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, I'm
signatures
glad
and
you
things
yeah,
like that?
it's
Not often, but this time.
there's two conversations going on at the same time.
Sorry.
This is
Let
poor,
Ed finish.
poor
Yeah,
podcast
I'm trying to
etiquette.
bring it back.
Continue.
Come on, Ed.
It's still definitely weird sounding, but I've sort of tried to go more harmony weird as well as weird time signatures.
Has this one got any vocals in it, or is it another instrumental?
No, it's still
piece?
instrumental.
All right, cool.
Could you describe the sound?
Describe the sound.
in 3 words.
Oh,
Without
Stop saying
using
in
any
3
musical
words.
Gotta make
terminology.
it challenging.
No musical terminology. 3 words.
Yeah.
oh.
It's pretty
Three wo-
stoic.
Can that be
Yeah.
the first one?
It's
It's
pretty stoic.
it's very weird.
I like your style.
Oh, no.
Fair enough, man.
Pigeons, peanut butter, sticks.
That also
Is peanut
works.
butter 1 or 2 words?
It's hyphenated.
It's hyphenated.
In this
fair
instance.
Can't argue with that.
I'm liking
So
this.
the question that everyone's been waiting to be answered: What are at Sirens 4 doing, Mikey?
No one's been waiting for that, Dan.
All the girls want to know. Come on.
Girls. We put out an
14-year-old
EP
girls.
in April called Where Lost Things Go, which is everywhere. We just finished the first tour for it, which was really fun. We went to Europe.
Europe was great.
It was great.
Did you? How was it?
It was
Fantastic.
wonderful.
It was
some
great.
point-
Oh,
At some
well,
point-
that's more of a. Could you describe what happened?
At some point on the ferry over from Portsmouth to France, my voice jumped overboard though, so we played every European show with me sounding like Billy Corgan. And I know that because loads of people came up to us and compared us to the Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah, it's
because I
funny
had
'cause
no
it's
voice.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I was like,
exactly.
we're pulling this off. It's working out.
Cover tonight. Cover tonight.
Disarm you with a smile.
We've got a lot of
That was more
stories
Louis
and-
Armstrong.
It was.
really.
Yeah.
We got a lot of little stories and anecdotes from the European tours.
There were
but
these.
it's-
There were these. I was basically. We played the first show in. It's spelt tours, but you pronounce it tour.
Tour.
Tour. And there were quite a few people there that actually knew who we were, which was a massive surprise.
Mm.
And we played the show, and it was awesome. I had no voice, but we didn't care. And we were standing outside talking to people and
So
stuff.
punk, man.
And oh yeah, punk rock as hell. Playing a bar in France, being punk. I went outside, and there were these two girls talking to Jason and Adam, our bassist and our guitarist.
Oh.
And Jason and Adam clearly weren't understanding much of what they were saying because they were speaking very mixed French and very broken English. And then at some point, one of them said, "Do you want to
She was making strange hand gestures.
Don't do the accent.
Fine.
Don't do the accent.
how you say and the pause just went on forever, and Jason went, "Party?" And she went, "We party! Party!"
A wee party does not sound like something I want to
It's called the golden shower, lads.
Yeah. So now our group chat is called "Do you want to ... party?"
Oh, it was
Nice.
hilarious.
I wanna
And
go-
how was the party?
We didn't party.
No.
We
So
didn't
you
party.
just you lied to them,
We had
No, they asked if we wanted to party.
and you said no.
We said no. We're going to an Airbnb and we're going to drink some beer.
rock and roll.
We didn't party, we just weed.
Yeah, no, it was ace. We got back, did Newcastle and Bristol, and then went home. Now we're working on the next thing.
What's the next thing?
Well, we just sorted out a deal with X-Ray Touring, a booking
Oh
agent.
yeah. So they do like Lower Atlantis and stuff, don't they?
They do a lot of people.
Yeah.
So basically, we're at their mercy now when it comes to tours and stuff. New music's probably quite a while away because we've just put out an EP. But
Yeah, understandably so.
yeah, I can imagine there'll probably be a few more tours before the end of the year.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Excited.
What about
Very
you, Dan? What are you up
Do you
to?
want to take Rothchild on? So, yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
I've been begging them for years, mate. Wait in line.
You've heard it now, public. He's got to do it. I've tied him onto it.
Got it on record.
It's
Well,
online.
listen back to this podcast and I'll just be bleeped out for some reason. Like Mikey with his strings. But
I have no strings to hold me down.
there you go. That's our Sirens full cover of Pinocchio. No, Accident Happy are actually really busy. We said that we weren't booking any more tours. Not tours. We've never toured. We're not big enough for that yet.
You've toured?
We did tour. I've toured, but not in Accident Happy.
You were in our van selling our t-shirts.
Oh yeah, well as a roadie, can you stop stroking my nipple as I do this, please? But we're in
it
a very
away.
small room. But no, Accident Happy said we weren't going to book any more shows because we're busy at the moment. And what we're busy with is we're recording an album, which originally was an EP, and then it's turned to an album. And we're really excited for it. We said we weren't booking any more shows. We booked 3 more since we said that, purely because we just can't. I hate
Can't
not-
commit to
I hate not playing shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so we're
I'm with
playing
you.
with that without Andrew soon, and we're also playing with Rothchild as I had to play Rothchild because Nathan's a babe. But yeah,
I am.
recording this album. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce the name yet. I think we're supposed to be waiting for that.
Just do it.
Should I?
Just do
But
it.
the bands will kill me.
Can you
Just
do
do
it
it.
subtly? Don't say what it actually is, but
You're
it in
the
the
boss.
form
I think
of-
you should
remember.
probably wait. I think what we should do
In the
is
form of a
tell people
riddle.
that they need to wait till the end of the episode to find out what the Accident
There you
Happy
go.
band
Yes.
is.
I
Yeah,
know.
so
I
that's
know
it.
what it is.
Yeah, I know
You've
you
told
know what
me.
it is. But yeah, it's really cool. Basically, we try to keep the sort of. In the last EP, we sort of found our sound, but we didn't find our footing, and we were trying to be a little bit PC, which I know is weird because there's a couple of songs about drugs and stuff. But if you notice, there's no swearing, and it's very almost simplistic.
This one's definitely not PC.
Yeah, that's the thing. We tried to break out of this whole writing music that would appeal to others, which sounds weird, but more writing stuff that came naturally to us. Because even when we released the first EP, we had songs on hold that we didn't put on the EP because we were like, I don't know if people will like it, but now we've sort of gone, no, fuck it, we're releasing this. So
It's
it's
the way to
very,
be, man.
yeah, exactly. And we're this album compared to last EP, we're listening to it, even just the demos that we've got for it, and we're like, this is so much better than anything we've ever done. It's songs that some mean a lot to us, some don't mean anything to us, and they're just sort of fun. It's a lot more fun album as well. Like I imagine some people probably have a bit of a giggle over some of the song names and stuff like that. It's very us. If you've seen us live, it's basically a lot more like we are live. Whereas the last EP was good on paper, but then if you saw us live, we're a lot more fun. And we've just put more time into it, and we've written songs that we give a shit about. We've tried to be a bit more complicated. We're recording with the amazing Richard over there.
Thank
He's
you.
giving us a hand. He's also going to give me a hand with the lead guitars because I should suck at lead guitar. I think
I'll beat it into you.
yeah, you will.
I've tried to do it before. I wouldn't.
We're also going to try and do harmonies, which I've never attempted on a record before. Because before I was like, nah, man, punk doesn't have harmonies. No,
It
no,
does.
punk does have harmonies. I just can't be arsed singing them. So we're going to do that. I'm just really excited.
I think
I
you
really want to say the name now. Wait, I'm gonna. Why not?
Leave it
Save
till the
it.
end.
Don't do it because your
episode.
band don't want you to do
Band
it.
will do what I
That will
fucking tell them.
Improve listener
The
engagement.
2 people that are listening for Accident Happy will wait till the end then.
Yeah.
People.
Anyway, yeah,
You
that-
bastard.
It's all right. It's more than the 1 person that's listening for State of Error.
Yeah, it's more than the 0 listening to
No,
us.
Yeah, I was
Sarah.
gonna say, it's better than just me for Stoic.
I'll be re-listening to it.
Just hitting the refresh button. Like, I've got 100 views now.
Yeah.
But to be fair, speaking of like all the things, obviously all of us, not all of us, you don't. We have acronyms for our names. And I was thinking about this because I played this game where I see acronyms, usually license plates, and I think of what it could stand for. And I was thinking that you could
Get a
do-
job, Dan.
Yeah, I know. I really need to do something with my life. But I was looking at band names, for example, ASF and ST. I can't spell SOE, State of Error, and that. And I was thinking, what else could they stand for? So I was wondering, is our Sirens for what it really stands for, or could there be other meanings? Because I've been thinking of a few.
In the prep notes for this, actually, you said ASF, a sexy,
A sexy fedora.
I
Yeah.
can't beat that.
Yeah.
Arse sex fun.
Our sex fun,
Sex fun.
also a good one.
You gotta
Totally
have the
inaccurate.
equal sign though. Our sex equals fun.
A Sirens
People
equal four.
equals shit.
All shitty fuckers.
Describe.
There's no bitterness there, is there?
No, this is just me being me.
Yeah, no, I think
I
a
can't
sexy
remember.
fedora is the one to beat for us Sirens Fall because there's just no such thing.
Because obviously BMTH, where it was from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But what if they chose a different film and they were actually exposing the dark truth behind a film? For example, you've all seen the film Big Mama's House, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What,
haven't
what
actually.
if BMTH? Well, it's a. Don't.
Is it an excellent
don't-
watch?
It is not an excellent watch.
Not really. But what
Turn
if
down
BMTH,
Tarantino. Let's put on Big Mama's House.
But BMTH could in fact stand for another film acronym, which is Big Mama Takes Heroin. That's the
Ooh.
dark truth behind
the
the
Requiem
film.
for a Dream
Yeah.
spin-off.
There you go. I can't wait for the sequel where Big
Jared
Mama's-
Leto's back.
Another film ruined.
How do we all-
was so perfect.
How do we all
Oh.
feel about Jared Leto? Is he
I
the
think he's
worst?
brilliant.
As a person?
Oh, is that a tattoo? You've got
No, a lot of
Is
people
that
ask
a
that.
tattoo?
This is
You know what I
this is,
mean.
this is wonderful radio.
a...
We're talking about things that you can see. It looks like the 30 Seconds to Mars logo, but it isn't. The 30 Seconds to Mars logo has one less line.
Thank
Isn't
God, I
that-
was going to be very upset
isn't that
with you
a
if
Harry
it was
Potter
anything
thing?
else.
No, it also looks like that. No, we went to get spur of the moment tattoos
You
one
did-
morning, Spicking
You did really well with this tattoo, Mikey. It looks
Yeah,
like
I know.
a million
I know.
things. that
Skiffin
isn't it.
University,
What
and
is
this
it?
was
Well,
just
it's-
on the wall, and I just got it done.
It's
I think
a
it means
triangle
create.
and 2 rhombuses inside a bigger triangle.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it means create.
We'll put a photo on the page. Have a look for yourself.
I really don't think you're going to be that arsed about it.
Oh no, I'm gonna forget we recorded this by the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stumble home drunk.
What are we talking about? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, yeah.
I think he's a dude. I think he's great. I think he makes really good music. I didn't honestly think
Jared
much to
Leto
the,
makes really good music.
I didn't think much to the latest record was what I was about to say.
The latest record,
But-
it was crap.
I just
The
didn't-
one
I heard it
before
on-
that were crap.
I
What was the
like
one
that.
before it?
Eat,
Loveless
piss,
Faith,
fuck,
Loveless
love,
Faith and
shit.
Dreams.
Yeah.
There was some belters on that.
We went to
called?
that
Sorry.
tour in Manchester.
We did. I went to see them on the second day of the This Is War tour, and it was amazing. And he came out in the crowd, and I touched his arm, and I did a little emo wee.
When I saw him, he came out in a Jesus Christ outfit, and
That's
I've never
awesome.
hated anyone more. He's
I
the
think
worst.
think-
that
He's
is a
got an
bit-
incredible voice. I think he's a great songwriter. I think he's a really talented actor. I don't think he ruined the Joker.
He is
which
a
lot
good
of people do
actor.
think.
I don't think he
Um,
did either. I think
I think he did a great
it's hard
job.
to follow.
Heath Ledger.
Heath
And he was
Ledger,
very
yeah.
brave to take that
Well,
on.
the
And
movie
in fact, they
ruined the
didn't-
Joker,
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
not
the movie
him.
ruined
Yeah.
it. It wasn't his acting. His acting was fine. It was the fact that the movie was.
Well, you
just
see him in
such
other
dog
things
shit.
like Requiem for a Dream and Mr. Nobody, and
American Psycho.
yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Hey, Paul.
I've never heard anyone talk about Mr. Nobody.
I love that
Ever.
film.
It's a good
He
film.
got the shit
It's a
beat
good
out
film.
of him in Fight Club as well.
Did he actually?
That's why I like that film.
There should be a website
That's
somewhere
what you
that
get
says,
for ruining the Joker.
does Jared Leto die? Like, does the dog die? But for Jared Leto films.
That would be it.
Sean Bean film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean,
Every
that's an
time.
obvious answer. though.
Spoiler alert.
He does.
Sean Bean in everything.
I'm gonna stick my 2 cents.
How many
in.
episodes did he last in Game of Thrones?
9.
Do you know?
It actually was 9, by the way. I've been smashing Game of Thrones again recently for the 5th time.
See, what's funny is Game of Thrones. I never watched it, and it was on like series 6 or something. When you
7
introduced
was
me?
just coming out,
7
yeah.
was just coming out, and I hadn't watched it. And he showed me one episode, and I then stayed at Nathan's house for what was it, 4 days?
Yeah.
And we watched all 6 seasons.
I love
in those
doing
4
that.
days. We woke up, put it on,
Yeah.
went to sleep. Woke up. I did that for 4 days.
I was so
And it's
upset
amazing.
you watched the rest of it
Richard
without
has
me.
his hand up.
I'm putting my hand up now, so that I can get interject between Dan's constant rambling.
I know, you are the worst moderator that's ever existed.
You know Conan.
I've never done
Honestly.
this before.
You're more of a Farrell or whatever it's called.
So I
Colin
think
Farrell.
I think 30 Seconds to Mars have.
Oh
the-
my god, we're back here.
I still had a point I wanted to make. They have the capacity.
He played
to
with
write
them
good
back in the
songs. They've got the
Playing at Dog and Bottle and Skipton.
back in 2007. They've got the capacity to write good songs, and I think they've proven that on some of the albums and mainly the earlier stuff. I sound like such a hipster.
You do.
But
But I agree.
I think that the problem is Jared Leto spends so much time sucking in his own dick that it gets in the way of. The
I remember that
songwriting
film.
and-
No, that's
that scene in
massive.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it all feels like the sort of the tribe of Jared. It all feels
Yeah.
like, oh, love me, like praise me. You know, he stands there with that this big light on him live, and he's just like there, like, oh,
Yeah, I bet he's a bit of a
give it so
dickhead.
much. And the new stuff really proves that to
Yeah.
me. Like, it was always a bit of that before, and this is what kind of delved into that a bit more. But then the new stuff is all just like everyone sucked me off all the time. It's like this cult of Jared
Constant
Leto.
The thing is, we don't know that. We don't know him. And this could all be intentional.
On
It
the,
probably is intentional. You
Yeah,
can
almost
tell.
certainly, because we're talking about him right now.
Oh, it works. And, I'm
and
not saying
after this, I guarantee you, half the people that listen to this podcast will probably go and listen to 30 Seconds to Mars.
so one person.
God damn it, we're promoting him. Accent happy, accent happy.
Well, if you're gonna listen to any of them, listen to This Is War, 'cause that does have some good tunes.
It's a
I
great
quite like.
record. It's a great
there was a
record.
song that I heard by them ages ago. It's probably the first one I heard. That's really weird. It's called like Buddha for Mary or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a tune.
Yeah, it's on
that's
the
the first
first
song I ever
record.
heard. And it was so weird.
First
The
record
first
was
record's
really
really good.
proggy and weird.
Yeah.
It was
It's
awesome.
rubbish.
No!
First record is good.
First record's rubbish. Oblivion is one of the
Just 'cause
fucking
it was
most
before you
boring
were
songs
born.
in the world.
I love him.
Sorry, Richard.
I
We can't
absolutely
all be
love
80 years old.
A Beautiful Lie is all right. There is some
You're
questionable
such a
songs
cynic.
on that.
I met you 20 minutes ago.
I told you. I said this to Dan. I said if I start like going off,
Yeah.
I did say before you even arrived, I went, of all of you, the one I'm worried about the most is Nathan.
I do like This As Well.
It's a great.
Everything else is. I mean, again, Beautiful Lie is. I'm shaking my hand as in like
Yeah.
it's middling.
if you, for the listeners, he is currently looking like Stephen J. Hawking.
Oh, no.
It's just shaking all over the gaff.
So.
I also said the wrong name.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you're
the
thinking of
thing.
Michael J. Fox. 'cause
Michael
it's
J.
Fox.
Fox.
That's what you're thinking of.
Stephen J. Hawking.
You know,
Back to the Future, you know.
Star of Back to the Future.
The novelist. There's a different guy.
Remember when Stephen Hawking was in Back to the Future in his fucking wheelchair?
He played the DeLorean.
Look at my doors.
It's like the
Wanna
worst.
see my
It's like the
flex
worst
capacitor?
Knight Rider you've ever seen. Oh god.
I remembered the download story I had, by the way. I was at the main stage on the Saturday,
Stephen Hawking.
and they played Lost Prophets at the main stage, like on the speaker, right?
Controversial.
They played Burn Burn, and I was like, this is weird. Like, it's tune, but this is weird. Like, I never thought they'd do that. And then they played another Lost Prophets song.
Oh, man.
They played We Are Godzilla, You Are Japan.
That's a great
which is
song
a
as well.
banging tune.
So long as
So-
they never
so-
play A Town Called Hypocrisy, because
Yeah.
that video gives me chills.
Someone
to
put
this
the work
fucking
experience
day.
kid on the sound desk, obviously.
Yeah, I could not believe it. I thought this is
That
gonna
kid
get
met
someone
Ian
in trouble.
before.
Oh dear.
Now, you see, the thing is about
Stockholm
I was
syndrome.
talking about this with someone the other day. People are going to hate me for this, but like, I can understand completely why people might have difficulty listening to Lost Prophets.
I thought you were going to say
Because-
something else then. I can understand
No,
completely
because-
why Ian Watkins did what he did.
what he did. You know what, man? I get it.
We've all been.
No.
He's got his priorities straight, you know what I mean?
What Watkins did was fucking deplorable and disgusting, and I hope he rots in a cell for the rest of his life. However,
The music's
no.
still good.
the music's fucking great.
Yeah, I love Lost
Like they were
Prophets.
one of the most important bands of the early 2000s.
Yeah, for British music especially,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were really.
They were
half
fantastic.
of the Welsh, especially bands that exist right now, would not exist if it hadn't been for Lost Prophets.
But like
true.
even some amazing pieces of like Celtic and folk music, we don't even know who the artists are, and we still revere.
They
them as
probably
absolute-
raped people.
Not what I was
doesn't make it
saying.
okay.
Not what I was
That was
saying.
very defensive.
But what I mean is that the music can live on without having to focus on the
That's
fact
it,
that
that's
Ian
it.
Watkins fucked kids.
Art
Yeah.
isn't the artist; it's what the artist points out. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter who the artist.
It's difficult
was.
to separate the art from the artist sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it is,
I mean,
it is
it's
tough.
like a down called Hypocrisy. If you watch that video, I can't listen to the
It
song
is.
because of the video
There's-
where he's with kids and stuff like that, and he says the things he says.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
I don't know if you've
It's
seen it, but he
horrendous.
basically,
Yeah, it's grim.
real fucked. The comments on YouTube are disabled for a goddamn reason.
Yeah, yeah.
But with other songs like "We Are Good, You Are Japan" is a fucking tune. I absolutely love that song. I
That
will
second album,
never
it
stop.
just in general, is like so good. Start Something is amazing.
One of my favourite albums of all
Yeah.
time. Still, even after everything, and I still do listen to it, and I don't listen
Yeah.
to it when
There's
there's
a
people
track-
around. But
Yeah, yeah.
There's a track on the first album called "And She Told Me to Leave," and there's like a line in it of him talking about, you know, like relationships and stuff like that, and it is quite difficult to get through. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, knowing that, you know, what's happened,
Yeah, exactly.
it is a bit like. I love that first album. Like, don't get me wrong, Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja and all that good stuff, and Cobra Kai. But I think sometimes it is difficult. Also, they went shit as well. So
They did. They did. But
that last album, Weapons, was absolutely terrible.
I quite
Here's
liked
a point.
Arsenal. I
Uh,
thought Arsenal was a tune.
I think it was a good tracks on Weapons.
State of Era played with Ian Watkins.
Oh my god!
fuck's
in
sake.
2011.
This was at the Dog and
That
Bone
was
sketch,
just
wasn't it?
before Pedo Watkins.
Yeah, it was not long before it all came out. It was about a
You could
year
have
and a half
stopped him,
before.
Richard.
What was it
I
called?
didn't.
You
know at
could
the
have
time.
stopped
What
him.
was it called?
Lamore,
Lamore.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In Huddersfield.
Oh yeah, I was there. He
Were
was
you
off
at
his
that?
head on crystal meth.
He was pretty. Yeah, he was.
He looked mental. I saw one of their last ever shows as well. UK Warped Tour. They,
I never got to see them.
their headline
I'm kind
would
of glad
bring
that I
me.
didn't.
They were rubbish. I really like Lost Prophets, but they were
That's a
rubbish.
shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Weapons was rubbish. The Betrayed was
I still
alright.
think Arsenal was great.
Yeah, but that was what I was saying. Anyway, they played some Lost Prophet songs at the main stage at Download, which I found very questionable.
It's an odd decision.
Mm.
It's an odd decision. I think you need to be prepared if you're going to sit and listen to Lost Prophets. Like, you don't want that coming out the blue at you.
Speaking of weirdos and absolute knobheads on stage, what I wanted to discuss.
Mikey Lord.
Yeah, just Mikey Lord. I just want to talk about Mikey Lord.
I'm okay with that. I'm fabulous.
But because I was talking to a few people playing in a band, and they was on about these. Fun, shut the fuck up. Should have put that on silent. Is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you on stage, like hecklers, things being thrown at you? Because I've had some weird.
I'm pretty sure I've heckled you a lot when you've been on stage.
That's a dick
Ed
move.
just turns up to my shows just to shout at me.
The only person there.
Playing 7.
Do you know any other chords?
Look, 4 chords is all I need.
There's a band, I can't remember what they were called now, like Eastfield or something like that. We played a punk festival with them ages ago, and they have a song called 4 chords bad, 3 chords good. They built their career on playing every song with only 3 chords.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they were great.
Is it impressive or is it just shit?
Yeah, but it was
It's
shit
impressive
in an
if you can
impressive
make
way.
good songs. If you can make good shit out of being.
I
really
never said
simple.
they were good songs.
Sometimes keeping it simple is almost always the road to making something good.
AC/DC, yeah.
One of
Yeah,
my
exactly, yeah.
one of my favourite heckles ever was if you have ever heard Accent Happy, you'll know we have a song called Irish Cream,
Yes.
where the chorus consists of "You're just a dick," and this guy in the crowd was singing along and shouting at me, "You're just a dick," clearly pointing it at me and trying to call me a dick because he didn't like me. But my favourite part about that was the fact that to everyone else around, it just looked like he was really into us. So I was like, "Yeah, you go for it, mate. Call me a dick. It just looks like you're our biggest fan. Like you're just making yourself look like an idiot."
Fair play.
Which member of your family was it?
Father.
I got licked in the eyeball once.
I wondered where that were going.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It was not you. It was years ago. We were playing like a pub festival in Bradford somewhere, and this dude who was not into rock music, he was very much your, not a stereotype, but he definitely liked Oasis more than anything in the world.
Oh
That
god.
kind of dude.
So I can't.
He jumped up on stage and started dancing and trying to grab the microphone, as drunk people do at pub day festivals, and successfully grabbed the microphone off me. And I just sort of stood back and thought, I'm going to take this call. I'm just going to let him do his thing, make it funny.
Maybe he has a message.
And then he put the microphone back on the stand and licked my face, and I didn't close my eye fast enough, and licked me in the eyeball.
I want to see your tongue.
It's weird how you specifically talked about the eyeball,
Well, because
even though he
that
licked your
was-
whole face.
People lick you
The
on the
rest of it
cheek
didn't notice
occasionally.
it.
It happens. Someone
Wait,
licks you
hang
in the
on, what?
eyeball. I remember it.
Who was licking you on the face?
In the
You've licked me
circles.
before.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We're good friends.
I'm literally in the room with someone.
we're all
going
going to lick each other after the podcast. Then. So that's like the ritual, isn't it?
This has gone very well. I think we deserve a celebration.
Let's have a good lick.
I can tell you the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me on stage. Now, I
please
can't
do.
talk about Rothchild because obviously we haven't played a gig yet. The first gig's on 30th of June Key Club.
Where can you get tickets? Where can you get tickets, Nathan?
We get tickets online and from me. And spotted by accident, happy. Rothchild Bear Trap on YouTube. No, sorry. And I was playing with my old band Euthymia, and I was just the singer at that point.
Right.
And I was a bit larger a few years ago.
Right.
I'd lost a bit of weight recently. And I was wearing these very, very tight skinny jeans. And at one point I was singing. I think I was at this was at Cockpit, room 3. And at one point I thrust for some weird reason, I don't know why. I thrust and then the button popped on my jeans.
Oh no!
And went
take
into the
someone down?
audience. And then everyone saw it
Knocked someone out.
and started laughing. And I had to continue with the set with my
With your cock
jeans.
hanging out.
My dick was flailing everywhere. I started playing ball of dick with the audience. So yeah, that's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Anyone else got any other stories?
I think we played at Rio's in Bradford a couple of times, and on one occasion, there was a bunch of guys got on stage with us wearing nothing but the boxers. That was quite strange. It wasn't pre-organized or anything. It just happened. It was like a stage invasion of naked men.
Nice.
So that was one thing. And I kicked a girl in the face once as well.
I've done that. I've done
Not on stage. you
Just drop the.
I
just drop
didn't do it
that.
with my foot. I've done it with a microphone before because I spin it.
Oh,
I've knocked a few people out.
I jumped off the stage at Rio's and someone had spilt a drink on the floor in front of it, and I landed.
Oh
and
no!
went completely arse over tit, legs straight up in the air, kicked a girl that was stood at the front, clean in the jaw, landed on my back, and carried on playing.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Good job. Did she carry on living?
The
I don't know.
paramedics came and he was just there I've got to finish this.
I got a
My-
solo, guys. Sorry.
My ankle, after kicking her in the face, absolutely fucking killed. So
Oh,
I
you
don't
poor
imagine
fucking
what mess-
soul. You.
I don't imagine what mess her face was in, but I didn't see who it was. So whoever you are, if you're listening to this, probably
She's not.
I'm sorry. Kind of.
She's locked away in a cupboard somewhere.
But then
And
again,
then
Comes
my-
out at Christmas.
And then my button just popped.
Back in. It's Boxing Day. Ed, what about you? Weird shit.
It's not weird. It's not bad weird.
Alright.
One of the best things that's ever happened on stage was 9 Volt Heart.
Oh yes.
I think it was the last gig that Paul was a part of.
songs on YouTube by accident. Happy 45 Slow. Go check it out.
Carry on, Ed.
Anyway, I think it was the last gig we ever did with Paul on guitars.
Adelius.
Yeah.
That was our last ever show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we
We didn't know it was going to be.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed
Everything
to be.
kind of stopped.
And me and you both with playing guitars at the same time. We went back to back.
We did.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It was. I've looked back at pictures, but basically we went back to back and we started leaning progressively
like an archway.
further down.
Yeah.
And I've looked at pictures. We're almost
Level.
horizontal,
Yeah.
heads on shoulder. It was weird.
Like Team Limbo.
I have no idea how we did not fall flat.
It
on
wasn't
our
planned either. I
asses.
remember that. I
No.
remember leaning up against your back and my head on your shoulder and your head on mine. And we both started walking forward respectively.
Yeah.
And remember thinking, this is going to be awesome.
This
This is going to be awesome. This is fucking awesome.
But somehow we actually pulled it off without absolutely falling over and ruining the rest of the song.
That was
sounds
amazing.
cool.
Yeah. But that's the best thing that's ever happened to me on stage, I think.
That's
Fuck
cool.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
listening.
once
Oh, joking.
I one of the people that I want on this podcast eventually, Ken from Bad Machines, or previously They Say Four.
He's lovely.
He's
Great,
one of the loveliest blokes I've
Yeah.
ever
He's got one of the best voices.
Oh god, yeah. But we supported them, Max and Happy, at Santiago's, and so we played our set. It was all good, and then they went on, and then they played the song "Darkly Dreaming," which
Mhm.
I absolutely love.
Oh,
And I was
it's
singing in the
fantastic.
crowd, and he got me up to sing with him. So I was singing with him, and at the end he was like, "Oh man, so you just come down for us? You really enjoy the show? Let me give you some merch and stuff like that." And then I went, "Mate, we supported you, and I've never seen someone grovel so much." You were like, "Oh my god, I really loved you guys. I just didn't see you because I was at the back, and it was full on."
Oh,
like,
bless him.
I know, and then I literally just looked him down the eyes and went, I'm keeping the free merch though.
That was a really good gig, though. I remember
Were you
going to
there?
that one. I was there,
I
yeah.
don't
I'm pretty
remember.
sure. I don't know if it was that one, but I've been to see you at Santiago's a few times.
That's because we basically live there.
Yeah, but I remember
We're playing there again next month.
I
What's
started.
the date? Where can you get tickets?
Oh, fuck. I think it's the 29th. It's next month without Andrew.
At some point in July, Accident Happy are playing without Andrew. Without.
Promote the Rothchild gig.
But before that, we're playing a key club with the Rothchild.
I think the Without Andrew one is on the 27th.
It's in the 20s.
In the 20s.
Santiago's.
Oh, you know the story I just told with the button pop?
Yeah.
Button pop? Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway,
like a
that
music
was... It's made all the worse because we were supporting the fucking awful, shitty band that is
Give me a
As
six.
It Is.
I like As It Is.
No,
Fuck
they're
you.
so
Oh,
bad.
man, no, I
they're
like As It
so
Is.
bad. Patty Walters is the worst human.
I feel like I'm.
No, he's not. This is the thing. So
Patty's lovely.
They are a rubbish band, but he is very nice.
He's one of the
He
nicest
is the
people I've ever met.
smallest man you've ever seen in your entire life.
I really
I'm
like As
right
It Is.
here.
I think I might be like the most forgiving person when it comes to music because I'm just into everything.
And I'm the least.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've got
do
yin and
really
yang in one
genuinely
room.
I
As It
like
Is.
aspects of As It Is, but there's just too much cheese there
There's
sometimes.
there's no punk. It's just there's no edge to it.
No,
It's
they call themselves
complete
pop
shit.
punk. They're not pop punk. They're pop.
Anyway,
I was midway through a story though.
Yeah, you were.
Oh shit!
I kept
did
meaning
do a
to go.
thing?
for fuck's
And Ed.
sake, Dan.
I'm such an
But yeah,
awful person.
I was watching you at Santiago's, and I remember I started a pit for you. But
Oh, Ed.
yeah, I know. At Santiago's, they had a little wooden table at the side where loads
Was
of
it that
people
gig?
put their glasses on when they finished a drink. And I started that pit, and someone got pushed right into that table, knocking off most of the glasses.
There is now a sign in Santiago's that says no drinks on the dance floor because of that
Because
gig.
of
They
that
even
gig.
told me and said that
Jesus.
literally you're the reason we've had to put that sign up because people got
I love it when
thrown
brutal
into
shit
it.
like that happens.
Yeah.
We
You
started
remember-
a human. Was that the one with the human pyramid?
That was the one with the human pyramid.
We did those shows at Polish Club in Bradford.
Oh man, the Polish
Back in
Club.
9 Volt Heart.
They were the best. I think they were some of the most funny gigs.
But
I've
we
ever
were
done.
like 16, 17.
I was
and
like,
you
I'm
were
3 years
12.
younger than you. I was like,
you were 4.
yeah.
And because we were a young local band and it was like our third gig ever, we were still covering You Me at 6 songs and Fall Out Boy songs and stuff. And there would be like brutal circle pits to us playing The Consequence by You Me at 6. Just kids going absolutely mental because they could drink there. You can't anymore, but they could drink there. And there were these pillars down the center of the room with mirrors around them because it was like it was also like a wedding reception venue. And people were circle pitting around the pillars. And I think it was Alistair or someone tripped and hit one of the pillars and all of the mirrors smashed and he was
Yeah.
covered in blood and he kept going.
Oh,
awesome.
What legend! Shout out!
Yeah.
This episode is dedicated to Alistair, who carried
It
on.
might
going.
not have been Alistair, but if it was, it's that guy.
Whoever the guy with 15 scars all over his face from the mirror smash. This is
Who
dedicated.
the fuck
to
is
you.
Alistair? Who are we talking about?
Just that guy that smashed the mirrors.
The guy that
Hope
changed.
he's doing well with his 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah, the guy that changed the Polish club forever.
Yeah, they didn't put up a sign. They didn't care.
No.
There was a show down at the Royal Oak once, and
In Keighley.
no, Royal Oak. This is Royal Oak in Halifax.
All right.
Of course, it's not in Keighley. Come on.
Of course.
Fair point.
And it was one of the sporting bands were playing, and I can't remember if it was the PA speaker they knocked over or an amp. It fell over and landed on the headline band's guitars were stacked behind it. 2 Gibsons, headstocks clean off.
Oh,
Awful.
That is the
It was-
nightmare.
Everyone in the room cringes.
And you can't buy a new one anymore because Gibson have gone out of business.
Have
Have they been bought out?
They've not gone out of business.
Have
They'll
they
carry on. They're going to sell some of their assets off so that they're not in.
Maybe they should stop
Financial
making
trouble.
ridiculous, stupid fucking guitars.
They're selling. There's certain other brands that they own as well that they lose money on. So
I don't like Gibson. Controversial opinion. I think they're too heavy.
Don't you play like a Les Paul Jr. thing? I know it's not actually.
No, it's
Forgive me.
LTD.
LTD, isn't it?
Yeah, it's LTD.
Oh,
it's,
right.
it's a Gibson,
Which is a
copy
lightweight,
LTD.
better sounding version of a Les Paul with a nicer curve. Whereas Les Paul's just heavy and annoying.
It's not a better
not.
sound.
I'm with you, Dan. I'm with you.
Thank you.
I like my light guitars.
Yeah, like it's too
I like
heavy.
light
I
guitars.
like my
absolutely.
strats.
How am I supposed to throw it halfway across
I'm
the room? If
Definitely a
if I can't
Fender
lift
guy,
it?
but I like recording with Les Pauls.
Well, you're a singer
get
now,
a
Mikey,
different-
so you don't get an opinion.
You get a
Guitarist
different
first.
Tone from a heavier guitar. The tone was important, and heavier woods like mahogany make a difference.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Richard's a wood enthusiast.
Yeah.
Wood.
I like a good wood.
Into.
Good wooding.
Stands and stares at trees.
Yep.
I brought, what was it? It was just a piece of wood or something. And Richard came over.
Why were you bringing a piece of wood to Richard's house?
Some wood.
Can you identify this, my friendly wood expert?
Have you ever seen Ed, Ed and Eddie?
Yes.
That is a plank. He was my mate.
I'm so alone.
But he came over and he went like, yeah, that's a good wood. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It was terrifying.
more
That's
context-
a good wood.
Dan
What
just
is
smelt
that?
his
That's a good
hands
wood.
as if it was wood.
It's really interesting that I went over to my friends have got a new house and they got some new furniture, and my mate said, "Oh, I know that you like your woods." So he
I mean, everybody knows, Richard.
A table.
The
and some-
adverts are on the bathroom stalls, let's be honest.
He had a table and some cupboards, and he was like, "Can you guess what wood this was?" And it was something I'd not seen before. It had a similar grain to mahogany, but it was a lot lighter.
What
And I
the
was like,
fuck is going
I've
on?
not got a clue. And he goes, "It's banana wood. You know, from a banana tree."
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting. 'cause
That
it's not
is
something you
enchanting.
You know what,
Oh
mate?
my
That is
God, that
interesting.
was so interesting.
That is interesting.
again.
Listen,
Tell
I'm
it
28.
again.
I'm
Tell
old
it
and
again.
fucking boring.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Yeah.
Can we call this podcast That's a Good Wood?
That can be the episode title.
Yeah.
Actually, we're at the end, so you can tell everyone the Accent Happy record title, or are you going to leave it?
I don't know. I feel like my other members would be pissed off at me.
Oh, they're going to have to wait till the end of episode 2.
Yeah, I'll go away and I'll talk to the band, and then end of episode 2, I'll release the title. But before we end, we'll go around what our next shows are or what we got to look out for, and then we'll end it just so you're reminded of where you can find us and what our...
I love how you haven't moderated at all during this whole thing,
Oh,
and
yeah,
now you've got your moderator voice on.
Yeah.
Mikey's literally been doing the moderating.
Yeah.
It's not even his fucking
It's the
podcast.
chair.
Even I've been
Definitely the
trying.
chair.
I've
It's
been
'cause
trying
I'm
to bloody do it.
I'm in a
bit.
spinny office chair, and the rest of the guys are on a
see.
sofa.
But anyway, I was
and that
down...
immediately makes you the alpha male.
It does. I was down from Accent Happy. You can find us on all the normal social medias except Bebo and Habba Hotel. We had to delete those accounts because of accusations. We've got a gig coming up with Rothchild on the 30th of this month at Key Clubs. Come along to that. And that's me, Mikey.
Will I be seeing you lot there? Yeah.
Yeah, man. we'll
I'm
be
on
there.
holiday in Wales.
I think
Oh,
I'll
here
probably
we
be
go.
there. I'll probably be there.
Better
Top
be.
boy.
I've been Mikey from our Sirens Fall. Our next show is the main stage of Amplified Festival on the 7th of July. And anything else that happens is yet to be announced. So
Where
I'll talk
can we
about
find
that.
you on social media?
We're everywhere. Just search as Sirens Fall. We'll be there.
Awesome.
I'm Richard from State of Error. We
All
have
right.
no... Yes, I am.
Just skip Ed. Poor Ed.
Going in a circle. Oh, sorry.
Go for it, mate.
No,
Jason, cut this out.
no. Ed,
Cut Richard out.
first.
Everything Richard said.
Everything I say,
Mute.
cut me out.
Compress him too much.
I've been Ed from Stoic. I've got a new EP coming out in autumn, hopefully around then. My old one is still available on all good music streaming and buying sites.
It's in Woolworths, I hear.
Yeah, it's...
I like
Oh no, it's sold out of Woolworths really
I
fast.
love that it's in autumn. Ed doesn't believe in months. He's
No.
a seasonal
I
child.
like to be, I like to be as
Into that.
I like to be as vague as possible. And then there
That
will,
way he's got some leeway.
yeah.
there will hopefully be a summer single coming out at some point in the next month as well.
Well, it's not going to be summer for long, so
Yeah.
yeah. Sit tight, everybody.
Yeah.
New Stoic coming
A
soon.
summer single and it'll be out in autumn.
Next Christmas.
Just to cheer
Is there
everyone
any
up.
gigs coming up?
Not
can't.
non-planned because I need to find.
There is no such thing as a drummer that can play Ed's music.
Yeah.
They just don't exist.
Not many drummers like 13 and 11/8.
Man, I well need to listen to this, mate. This sounds right up my alley.
My drummer's out of time all the time anyway. Maybe he can accidentally play your song.
He'd be happy about it.
Whee!
Am I allowed to speak now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I've been Nathan from
From Rotherham.
From Rotherham.
I'm Richard from State of Error. We don't have any gigs booked at the moment, but we're working on an album which will hopefully be out sometime this decade.
what season specifically?
yeah, can't give us a season.
One of them. That's all I can give you. But I will be joining the stage with us, Sirens Fall, obviously, on the Amplified Festival show.
7th, yeah.
And yeah, keep tuned to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/State of Error. We're also on YouTube, Instagram, all of the things. Just have a look and a listen.
Yeah.
And all
When
the
is
music's
where is Amplified Festival?
Gloucestershire. I don't know where that is.
Or as my grandma would say, Gloucestershire.
Oh, Yeah, my name's Nathan. I was Nathan. I don't know why you guys are saying that. I'm not dead. I was Nathan. I changed my name. I had a sex change. And I'm from a band called Rothchild. You can find us on any social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, all that. Check out our new single, Bear Trap, on the YouTube.
It's awesome. I listened to it earlier.
Oh,
Love
thank
it.
you very much, man. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. And our new EP, The Broken Man, will be coming out sometime, maybe in the seasons to come. Who knows?
Which season?
Oh, maybe winter. I don't know.
Be
Just trying to
autumn.
think of a season now. Yeah, and we're playing the Key Club on the 30th of June, supported by Accident Happy and another band that I have forgot the name of
And
right
for the
now.
4th time, where can you get tickets?
Reverend. You can get tickets from me, from the Mr. Dan
Get it
Dunn,
from me. Go for it.
and online anywhere from Key Club. Just message me or don't. But thank you very much.
So thank you for tuning in to the very first pilot episode of the Musicians and People 2 podcast. Let us know what you think in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed. And goodbye.
In the comments.
Bye.
Mic drop.